I gained so much wisdom, so much more understanding of God's will, and it just made me so much closer to God. And I really pray that you guys will get the same experience I do when I read the Bible. It really backs up your faith, and overall, even just worldly, you get better mental health, and it gives you a reason to live. How reading the Bible has changed my life and how it will change yours once you read. First, I want to ask you all, who likes reading?
Me! No.
Raise your hand if you like reading.
I hate barely.
I was actually expecting a lot less. Well, a lot of people don't like reading, and this is the reason why people don't read the Bible. And along with that, it's very time-consuming for some people who are very busy. And before reading the Bible, I was basically just living. I didn't know what I was doing here. And before reading, I was just living for the gods of this world, the worldly gods that we look after, that are just worldly, like pleasures, like power, like money, like all those kinds of things that don't actually mean anything in the end. And if you don't believe in God, you're just living here, and then we're all going to end up in the same place, the fertilizer pit. And I want to ask you guys, who has ever played a video game?
I know I have.
And
Minecraft.
And reading the Bible is just like reading the game developers book about how to live and the tips about the game. It makes the game so much easier, and it makes the game so much more easy to play. That's how the Bible is. It tells you how to live your life where it actually means something. Now, I want to ask you, who has ever been in a car? Ever?
No, I walk everywhere.
No crap. Oh
Ever been in a car?
yeah, I walk here every day.
Now, if you don't know how to drive a car, you might, or know how to drive the car that you drive, you might want to read the car manual. It tells you what all the buttons do. That's kind of like the Bible, and it tells you how to drive this car of our life, and how to live it, and you gain so much out of reading the Bible. And the Bible is the same exact thing as these things I'm saying, because you gain so much out of reading the Bible, like wisdom. Wisdom is that's what we call the knowledge of playing the game and the knowledge of driving the car in our life here. Wisdom is how to live your life meaningfully. And now, reading the Bible, I want to tell you guys how easy it really is. When I didn't read the Bible, I made excuses how I didn't even know where to start. I didn't know, it was 66 books and I just didn't in the Bible, and I didn't know which one to read. And it is actually very easy to read the Bible. And where I would start, and where I would suggest to you guys to start, is the Gospels. That's where Jesus was born and what he did throughout his life and how he died on the cross from the 4 perspectives. And I read those first, and they are so helpful to understanding Christianity. And then if you want to, I was talking about how you read the user manual and the tips about playing the game, I would read the wisdom books of the Psalms, the Proverbs, and Ecclesiastes. Those are really good about understanding wisdom, and if you read those and understand them, it can be so beneficial. And then if you like action, I would definitely recommend Revelation. That's a really fun one to read about what's to come. And then if you don't understand how these things, how you might be able to do better, is that throughout the whole New Testament, they are letters to different people about how they can do better and what they need to understand. And those really helped me to understand more. And then one more thing I would add to that is there are Bibles out there that are like study Bibles that help you understand if you can't understand the literature of the Bible already. But yeah, after I started reading the Bible, I gained so much wisdom, so much more understanding of God's will, and it just made me so much closer to God. And I really pray that you guys will get the same experience I do when I read the Bible. It really backs up your faith, and overall, even just worldly, you get better mental health, and it gives you a reason to live. So this is why I really hope that you guys will read the Bible. And thank you. I've enjoyed it.